Hi, welcome to another trick of the week. In this one, I'm going to show you a cool little blues scale run you can use to liven up those 3-chord blues. It sounds like this. Sounds great, doesn't it? This is what I'm doing. I'm starting with my ring finger on the 3rd fret, right where I put it for a C chord. And then I'm going to move down to the 1st fret with my 1st finger, just like a C7 chord. And then I'm going to play that string open. So I'm only playing the 1st string at the 3rd fret, the 1st fret, and open. Then I move to the 2nd string and I play the 3rd fret again with my ring finger, like that. And then I'm going straight to the same fret, the 3rd fret, but 1 string lower. So I'm going to do that with my 2nd finger here. So I've now got, and finally the open 2nd string and the open 3rd string. And I do it with this shuffle rhythm. If I play it straight, it doesn't sound very bluesy. I have to give it a shuffle. Da-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. There are a couple of notes in there that really do make this sound bluesy. One is this 1st fret on the 1st string, because that's the note that would turn our C into a C7. And turning that chord into a 7, that note really doesn't belong in the key of C. It's got a little bit of tension to it. And then there's this 3rd fret on the C string. Now that's a really odd note, because that's the note we would play in a C minor chord. But the chord here is going to be C major. That's a really wrong note, and if we played it a lot, it would sound awful. But the great news is we play it, that's not the right note, but we follow it by the open 2nd string, which is exactly the note we would expect in a C major chord. And we can add to that effect by getting that note there, that 3rd fret C string note, and giving it a little shove towards the ceiling to raise the pitch, to bend it up. But only a little bit. We're not trying to get all the way to the next note or beyond. We just want the listener to hear that there's some motion, that it's going somewhere. And before we get far enough on that bend, we play the note that we were heading to anyway. This one, the open 2nd string. With the bend, it sounds like this. You get that? Bend, then the next note, and then the open string. So if I was going to play it in a 12-bar blues in C, my chords would be C, F and G7, and I could do something like this. C, F, and then go. And then F, back to C, and then our G7, then our F, and then C and the riff. It really livens up that 3-chord trick, plus it adds those notes that really tell people, oh, this is a bluesy sounding song. You can also mix those notes up and create something else that sounds really nice and bluesy. Maybe something like... Just mess around with them and try and come up with some really nice sounding little bluesy riffs. I hope you've enjoyed this little trick, and I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye.